Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in strong opposition to this amendment, which threatens to undermine the credibility of our nation's nuclear deterrent. Mr. Speaker, there is a consistency on the other side of the aisle which is very concerning, that finds a moral equivalence between the United States and our adversaries. Also an affinity for treaties that bind only the United States and no one else. If this amendment becomes law, Mr. Speaker, the United States loses the ability to ensure that we can test if necessary, to ensure that our deterrent is reliable and therefore credible. That prohibition emboldens our adversaries, and it undermines our allies' faith in the nuclear umbrella. We provide a nuclear umbrella. We provide security to allies so they do not have to develop their own nuclear weapons. So an amendment that ensures that the United States is no longer going to be able to guarantee a credible nuclear stockpile is going to make nuclear proliferation more likely, not less likely. This is a dangerous amendment, an amendment which ties the hands of the United States when we know that the Chinese are in fact undergoing a huge nuclear buildup and likely testing, and we know that the Russians are doing the same. Mr. Speaker, this is dangerous. There is absolutely no reason we need to do it. It contradicts a Clinton-era presidential directive under which the NNSA must maintain readiness to resume underground nuclear testing if necessary. This could be the case, for example, if our stockpile experiences a unique failure. This is a mistaken amendment. It is a misguided amendment that finds moral equivalence between the United States and our adversaries and ties the hands of the United States. Imagine, Mr. Speaker, the message it sends when members of this body stand up and actively urge that we tie the hands of the United States while we allow the Russians and the Chinese to move forward with their developments and with their testing. I urge my colleagues to oppose this dangerous amendment, and I yield back.